This is Nightline.
Tonight, Forever 35?
I kind of think it's the best facelift I've ever seen.
More and more celebrities like Kris Jenner and Barbara Corcoran opening up about their cosmetic work. Kathy Griffin even dishing about it on her Talk Your Head Off podcast.
You guys had a facelift. That's right, I talk about it now.
The new procedure that's virtually undetectable.
Someone hasn't seen you for 2-3 months, and they're like, you look amazing. What did you do, or where did you go?
But can you afford it without a Hollywood budget?
The surgery was about $165,000.
Plus, Patricia Arquette, star of Medium,
Pull the trigger. We can all go together.
now taking on a new role in a dramatic series about the Murdaughs, the wealthy South Carolina family whose true crime story of murder, lies, and scandal captivated the nation.
Mr. Murdaugh, are you a family annihilator?
You mean like, did I shoot my wife and my son?
Yes.
The shocking details you didn't know.
The audience thinks they know the Murdaugh case. What do you think might surprise audiences in this?
And remembering Ace Frehley, the founding member and lead guitarist of Kiss classics like Shout It Out Loud. Tonight, tributes pouring in.
From ABC News headquarters in New York, this is Nightline.
Good evening. Thank you for joining us. Tonight, a new facelift taking the world of cosmetic surgery by storm. Nicknamed Forever 35 for restoring a more youthful look to patients, and is so subtle they hardly look as if they had work done at all. Here's ABC's Kenna Woodworth.
People are running to have these undetectable deep plane facelifts because they know if the results are great, no one will ask them, what did you do?
And no one will judge.
And no one will judge as well.
The days of surgical secrecy in Hollywood might be making an about face.
Stars are being very transparent about having plastic surgery. Everyone's shouting out their plastic surgeon.
From Kris Jenner crediting Dr. Stephen Levine for her latest facelift on the Not Skinny But Not Fat podcast.
So I called him and I said, listen, I really want you to have the credit for what you did.
To Megan Fox listing the work that she's had done on her body on Call Her Daddy.
I had my nose done when I was in my early 20s. I had my boobs done when I was 21 or 22. I had them redone after I was done breastfeeding my kids.
Even former talk show host Ricki Lake proudly revealing her surgery on Watch What Happens Live.
I've had a lower face and neck lift.
It looks so good.
Thank you.
It looks really good.
I kind of think it's the best facelift I've ever seen.
Their newly refreshed looks also achievable for those not choosing to be so open, thanks to discreet surgeons making discreet incisions.
I've performed many facelifts and deep plane facelifts on the celebrities that you would know. They look great, they look like themselves, but they just don't seem like they're aging.
It's being dubbed the Forever 35 facelift. New York Magazine diving into how today's deep plane lifts have become nearly undetectable, leaving patients with a seemingly surgically ageless look.
A great facelift is you walk into a room, someone hasn't seen you for 2-3 months, and they're like, you look amazing. What did you do, or where did you go?
And some stars, they're proud to show it off, including Shark Tank's Barbara Corcoran and comedian Kathy Griffin on her Talk Your Head Off podcast.
You guys had a facelift. That's right, I talk about it now.
We really aren't that far removed from a time when people who had work done on their faces were made fun of. It was just such an easy Hollywood joke to make at anyone's expense who has seen a plastic surgeon.
Dr. Babek Azizadeh is a renowned Beverly Hills plastic surgeon who's so in demand, patients wait upwards of a year for his expert touch.
If you look your authentic self, then people won't notice. And the Forever 35, the deep plane facelift, really, what it does, rather than pull, you're really repositioning the tissue layers in its natural gliding pattern. Like when you go in front of a mirror and you go like that, that's a natural gliding tissue plane. That's not a pull, it's a glide.
Is that the most requested option that you're getting from patients right now?
People are definitely more aware of it. The consumer knows better than ever. And again, the transparency of celebrities is fabulous, right? Because they are going and talking about authentic, journeys.
And removing any stigma.
The stigma is definitely gone.
And I don't think that there should be any kind of a stigma attached to plastic surgery. It's for everyone.
Hi.
Hello.
How are you?
Dr. Azizadeh's patient, Wendy Hecht, is thrilled with the results of her deep plane facelift. The 55-year-old transforming her look from this in 2024 to this a year and a half later.
I feel more confident, more beautiful, and just having a more youthful appearance. I'm very happy. When I walk by the mirror, I just have this smile on my face. I'm on cloud 9.
There's a real conversation happening right now about these deep plane facelifts because of how long they last.
It's more natural than filler, for instance, or even just simply staying with Botox, because it does last for quite some time, and it's life-changing.
It's life-changing?
Yeah, it really is. When you look good, you feel good.
Wendy also received a neck lift, fat grafting, and buccal fat repositioning, upper and lower eyelid surgery, nostril reduction, and a brow lift. But with any surgery come risks.
I think what's most important to check before you talk to a surgeon is to make sure that they are a board-certified plastic surgeon. There is a risk of bleeding, infection, and nerve injury. The face is a complex anatomical structure, and so a nerve injury can be not only difficult to manage, but also disfiguring in a way which can affect your life and your quality of life years and years after that.
Another hurdle, facelifts, they're not cheap, often costing tens of thousands of dollars, with some top surgeons charging well into the six figures. Wendy paying extra for her additional procedures, all of them done on the same day.
The surgery was about $165,000.
And that's for the neck, the face, the eyebrow, and the eyes.
That's correct.
With aftercare nursing costs, she says she spent close to $180,000 in total.
But it's worth it, because you have to make sure you go to the right person that's going and looking at the surgeon's reputation, how many years of experience, going to the medical boards and, looking to see if they have any disciplinary actions or not, and looking at their work before and after. And when I saw the before and after, it was just phenomenal.
What was your recovery like?
I don't even remember being in much pain. I would say it was discomfort, but I don't equate pain with discomfort. So you just feel that your neck is very tight for the first few weeks. But it was a good experience. It really was.
Still, optimizing a Forever 35 look might require some additional upkeep.
There is no procedure, there is no treatment, there is no intervention that stops aging. And so with that understanding, you probably will likely need some level of revision or correction later on in life as you age.
And for celebs, aging in the spotlight, added scrutiny, as fans may try to spot potential signs of elective surgery.
Does that in turn put more pressure on you for your work to be undetectable?
Performing a deep plane facelift has a lot of pressure, especially on someone that needs to be on camera in 3 to 4 weeks.
Oh, that's a fast turn.
But if you're a celebrity, whether you're an influencer, you're A-list actor, you don't have that much time off to be incognito. And the undetectable look is not easy. That's the artistic part of this surgery that is the challenge.
His canvas, some of Hollywood's most famous faces, taking some risks in their quest to look forever 35.
So it's really important to not only talk to your providers about your risk, but also making sure that you're in the right headspace before you make a decision that can permanently change your image.
Make sure you've done your homework, make sure it's the right surgeon, make sure you're getting a great outcome, optimizing your body, optimizing your health. Nice.
Our thanks to Kana. Here's a look ahead to tomorrow's Nightline. Former Charles Manson follower Patricia Krenwinkel up for parole 56 years after those gruesome crimes. Could she walk free? And when we come back, Patricia Arquette in a brand new series about the Murdaughs, the wealthy South Carolina family whose facade of power and privilege came crashing down in a complex web of murder and scandal. After the break. Welcome back. It's the true crime story that gripped the nation. The Murdaugh family was a South Carolina legal dynasty, wealthy and revered, but a web of lies, alleged cover-ups, and multiple murders exposed the powerful family's darkest secrets. Now a new dramatic series is revealing more details than ever heard before. Here's my Nightline co-anchor, Juju Chang.
It's a true crime epic, worthy of Shakespeare, about the downfall of a Southern dynasty, the power and privilege ending in bloody betrayal. Alex Murdaugh, a man known in his small South Carolina town for his lineage and his influence, accused and eventually convicted of murdering his wife Maggie and their son Paul.
Did you kill Paul? No, I did not kill Paul.
The nation hanging on every word of the 6-week-long trial, cameras capturing every moment.
Mr. Murdaugh, did you take this gun or any gun like it and blow your son's brains out on June 7th or any day or any time?
No, I did not.
And now, a new look at the true crime obsession in a scripted series on Hulu, Murdaugh, Death in the Family.
What else is there that I don't know about?
We got to have each other's backs. Family first.
Australian actor Jason Clarke plays Alec Murdaugh and disappears into a good old boy persona.
It's only cheating if you get caught.
This is a man of huge appetites.
Yeah.
In every way.
Yeah.
You portrayed every single one of them. Tell me about the addictions, the eating, the sex.
I was very aware of, really occupying Patricia. I thought that's how I'd find a lot of the character this man was. There is no filling this hole that he was digging, man. You know what I mean? I dig, man, I just need more dirt. But, I'm shoveling this dirt out. And eventually it caves in. But it caves in through choice.
Patricia Arquette, one of the show's executive producers, plays Alex's wife, Maggie.
Can I give you some advice? How about that? These Murdaugh men, they're tough. So you gotta be tough right back.
What drew you to Maggie?
I was really fascinated by the story as it was coming out, this well-respected, beloved man of the community with this family, that with deep roots there in the South, this privileged family. And then as it started to unravel and it started coming out, all the things he did, it was just so outrageous. It was so diabolical.
While Alex Murdaugh was at the center of the case and the trial, this series gives voice to the often overlooked story of the family matriarch, Maggie.
I think it's one of the most interesting cases of the last 2 decades, but we felt like Maggie Murdaugh was sort of a footnote, right? She has one line in her Wikipedia. She was known as a socialite. She was the matriarch of this family, and she was killed by her husband. And so we needed to know more and why.
And she really is very universal and relatable in the sense that she's the classic woman who's trapped in a toxic marriage.
Absolutely, and I think a lot of people have known what that's like, and there's a moment in the series where she can either listen to her gut or do the family obligation of going home and seeing her husband, and this also serves as a reminder that we have to listen to our gut as women, and sometimes we're just not safe.
Arquette bringing an emotional rawness to the sordid tale. Years after breaking out in Medium.
Don't worry about it. Pull the trigger. We can all go together.
The actress winning an Academy Award for her role in Boyhood in 2014, and a chilling series regular on the hit Apple TV show Severance.
What do you see every day when you look at them?
Actor Jason Clarke brought his signature intensity to roles in Zero Dark 30 and the blockbuster Oppenheimer.
Then would it be fair to say that this meant that by 1942 your husband had not stopped having anything to do with the Communist Party?
The duo now playing husband and wife in the real-life crime story that all started in June of 2021. On one fateful night, Murdaugh calling 911.
Incoming 911, where's your emergency?
This is Alex Murdaugh. I need the police to answer immediately. My wife and child got badly.
Murdaugh claims he went to his mother's house after having dinner with 52-year-old Maggie and 22-year-old Paul at their home. He says he returned and found the family dead near the dog's kennel on their property. Video from that night shows him distraught in a clean white t-shirt.
It's bad. Check the pulses.
But prosecutors say it was all an act. The 2021 shooting came on the heels of a series of other tragic and bizarre incidents with alleged ties to the Murdaughs. In 2019, his then 19-year-old son, Paul, was charged with drunkenly crashing the family boat, the accident killing 19-year-old Mallory Beach. Paul was supposed to stand trial for her death. The new series diving into the aftermath of the event that triggered the downfall.
He could go to prison.
That he could. Try not to fret now. We're doing what we can.
Tell me about the mama bear instinct that Maggie sort of infuses into everything she does. She'll fiercely protect her sons. A lot of people blamed her for being too permissive by allowing the boys to have no consequences. How did you grapple with that?
I think she's looking at her son, who's pretty small, and thinking, he is not going to survive prison. And even though I think it's against her principles, I think she was like, yes, use whatever access you have to make this go away. Make this go away. It's a terrible thing.
The show also shining a light on the local journalist who first exposed the Murdaugh family.
So it turns out Paul Murdaugh was charged with possession of alcohol as a minor by DNR.
And this was 2 years before the boat crash?
Mandy Matney was a local reporter who saw something going on and said, I want to do a story on this. People didn't want her to do it. She fought so many men to sort of like go out there and do that. She ended up creating a podcast, and she was a crucial part of bringing this dynasty down.
There was like a trail of carnage that this family left behind.
Yeah. And I think it was that unchecked power and privilege over generations. That's one of the things of the show, is that eventually, if unchecked, it will metastasize and it will rupture.
And rupture it did, weeks after his wife and son were found murdered. Yet another suspicious incident.
I got a flat tire, and I stopped, and somebody stopped to help me. And when I turned my back, they tried to shoot me.
According to authorities, Murdaugh sustained a superficial head wound. Days later, investigators calling it a botched suicide for hire plot that Alex believed would have resulted in a multi-million-dollar life insurance policy payout for Murdaugh's only living son, Buster.
As he told law enforcement when he confessed to organizing this crime, because they caught him when he made a phone call from the hospital, he said, I thought my life was over and I wanted this to happen so that I can at least leave something to my son, Buster.
During the 2023 weeks-long trial, Alex Murdaugh famously testified in his own defense.
Mr. Murdaugh, are you a family annihilator?
A family annihilator? You mean like, did I shoot my wife and my son?
Yes.
No.
Murdaugh was ultimately found guilty of murder and is now serving 2 consecutive life sentences. He has appealed, alleging jury tampering, but that appeal is still pending.
The audience thinks they know the Murdaugh case. What do you think might surprise audiences in this?
I think knowing more about Maggie, I think people will want to see all these characters in their lives, not just in their deaths.
Our thanks to Juju. Murdaugh, Death in the Family is now streaming on Hulu. When we come back, remembering founding KISS member and lead guitarist Ace Frehley. And finally tonight, KISS co-founder and guitarist Ace Frehley has died. The beloved Space Ace, known for his signature solos and songs like Deuce, here in the Midnight Special. Frehley and his bandmates amassed legions of followers so loyal they were called the KISS Army. A spokesperson tells ABC News Ace passed away peacefully, surrounded by family, following a recent fall at his home. He was 74 years old. And that's Nightline for this evening. You can watch our full episodes on Disney Plus and Hulu. We'll see you right back here same time tomorrow. Thanks for the company, America. Good night.